There's something about the world at 4 a.m. It's quiet, still, honest. While most of the world is still asleep, dreaming of the life they want, there's someone somewhere already awake, building it. You see, I've always believed that greatness doesn't begin with noise. It begins in silence. In those raw, tender hours when no one is watching and the only person you are accountable to is yourself. That's the magic of the 4 a.m. mindset. It's not just about waking up early. It's about waking up with purpose. It's about rising before your fears do, before your doubts start whispering, before the world begins distracting you with its chaos. At 4 a.m. there are no excuses, no filters, no performances. Just you and the truth. And here's the truth. The life you're dreaming, the peace you crave, the success you desire, the confidence you keep pretending to have, none of it is found in the comfort zone. It's earned. In the dark, when no one's clapping, when no one sees your sacrifices, when no one knows how tired you are, but you keep going anyway. Discipline is quiet like that. It doesn't need applause. It doesn't wait for motivation. It shows up over and over again. Even when it hurts, even when it's lonely, even when the world tells you to take it easy, the 4 a.m. mindset is about becoming the kind of person who doesn't just chase dreams, but catches them, because they were willing to do what others weren't. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you did something hard, not for recognition, not for validation, but because it was right? When was the last time you honored a promise you made to yourself? Because the hardest person to lead is yourself. We can all show up for others, for our work, for our families, but can you show up for you? Can you get out of bed when your body says no, but your future says yes? We live in a world that's addicted to comfort. Quick fixes, easy wins. Everyone wants to look successful, but very few are willing to be invisible while they become it. Everyone wants to shine, but no one wants to work in the shadow. But the shadows, that's where the work happens. That's where the growth begins. That's where confidence is built, not from praise, but from persistence. From keeping your word, from showing up when it's cold, when it's inconvenient, when it's hard, especially when it's hard. There's something beautiful about struggle. I've felt it in my own journey. There have been times when I felt completely lost, emotionally exhausted, mentally scattered, unsure of my path. But in those moments, the only thing that saved me was showing up. No fanfare, no clarity, just action. You don't need to know every step of the staircase. You just need to take the first one, and then another, and another. That's what the 4 a.m. mindset teaches you. It teaches you that you are not your feelings. You are your commitment. You are not your fears. You are your courage, shown through action. You become powerful not by avoiding difficulty, but by walking through it gracefully, consistently, quietly. You know, sometimes people ask me, what's the secret to success? And I always smile because there is no secret. There's only honesty. Do you want it? Truly. Or do you just want to look like you want it? Because wanting it means doing it even when it's inconvenient. Even when no one believes in you. Even when you fail. The 4 a.m. mindset is not just about mornings. It's about mentality. It's about choosing your future over your feelings. It's about becoming so in tune with your vision that not even exhaustion can distract you from it. Yes, you'll be tired. You'll question yourself. People will doubt you. They'll call you obsessed, dramatic, intense. And that's okay. Because you know what else they'll call you one day? Unstoppable. But first you must call yourself that. You must believe it before anyone else does. Because belief is built in private. Confidence is born in the moments when you keep going Not because of who's watching, but because of who you're becoming. When I was navigating the darkest periods of my life, when I struggled with depression, when I felt like I had nothing left to give, I didn't heal because of noise. I healed because of stillness. I didn't get stronger because people clapped. I got stronger because I decided to keep fighting, one silent morning at a time. Your power, it doesn't come from what you post online. It comes from what you practice when no one is watching, when you don't feel like it, when it would be easier to quit, but you don't. That's the 4 a.m. mindset. That's the energy that transforms lives. And no, it doesn't mean you have to literally wake up at 4 a.m. every day, but it does mean you need to live like someone who would, with intention, with discipline, with quiet hunger. It means doing the hard things, reading instead of scrolling, training instead of complaining, building instead of blaming. It means saying no to what's easy and yes to what's necessary. You don't need permission to become great. You don't need applause to be consistent. You don't need perfect conditions to begin. You just need to begin. Every time you wake up with a goal in your heart and follow through, you cast a vote for the person you're becoming. And day by day, those votes compound until one day you wake up and the life you're living is the life you once only dreamed of. That's the reward of the 4 a.m.C. mindset. Not just success, but self-respect. Not just results, but resilience. You stop breaking promises to yourself. You stop living on borrowed confidence. You build your own, earned, raw, unshakable. There will be days you don't feel like it. That's part of the process. But if you can do it anyway, if you can keep going with tired eyes and a hopeful heart, that's when you become dangerous. That's when the world starts to notice. So what are you waiting for? The world doesn't owe you understanding. Your dreams don't owe you comfort. And your goals, they don't care how you feel, but they will reward your consistency. They will mirror your discipline. They will reflect your energy. You don't have to be fearless to begin, but you do have to begin afraid, unsure, imperfect. Just begin. And then let every morning you rise become a declaration that you are not here to blend in. You are here to become. In the end, the 4 a.m. mindset is not about hours. It's about identity. It's about deciding who you are and proving it with your actions. So start now, while it's quiet, while it's uncomfortable, while no one's clapping. Because one day, when the results speak for you, when your peace is unshakable and your presence undeniable, the world will ask how you did it. And all you say is, I started before the world woke up.